What is up, guys? Welcome to the second episode of the Matttaro podcast. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different because I don't have any co-hosts, so it's just you and me. So today's episode, as you can see by the title, we'll be doing the Kanye cast. Now, basically what this is going to be is I'm just going to dive through Kanye West's Twitter, read some of his tweets, and I guess give you guys my insight on them, my thoughts. So I don't know how this episode is really going to go. I didn't prepare these tweets. I'm just going to scroll down his Twitter, and I'll read them off to you so you know what I'm talking about. Okay. For anyone who's tried to text or call me in the past 2 weeks, I got rid of that phone so I could focus on these albums. Okay, so if you're a Kanye fan, that's probably exciting news that he's working on some new music. I guess that also implies that he has more than one phone because he got rid of that phone. Also, I should mention for this podcast, I don't want to get into the politics of, the one famous tweet he has with the Make America Great Again hat. That's not the goal of this podcast. It's just to lay back, have some fun. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? Rules are structured for people who can't carve their own path successfully. May 12th. People who can't. Can't say that I totally agree with that tweet. I mean, it is true that a lot of people that have become successful in our society, they didn't follow the rules, They just kind of went to the beat of their own drum. Okay, here's a tweet of, I guess, another Yeezy shoe. I can't really show you guys that because it's a podcast, but maybe some of you have seen it. It's kind of like this old school tennis shoe looking kind of thing with different shades of gray. I hope I'm coming in good on the mic because that would suck if I'm not. I'm gonna bring my phone closer. May 8th. Okay, so I retweeted this and liked this tweet. Kanye West. Free thinking is a superpower. I just thought it was kind of funny. Okay, we have a picture of Kim Kardashian, and he's throwing a lot of flame emojis on this tweet. This is May 7th. All right, going down. I'm hyper focused on the now. Okay. When you read these tweets, not all of them are outrageous or controversial, in my opinion. Okay, he's showing the Childish Gambino This Is America official video. Okay, I'm assuming you like that song. It was a pretty popular song. I thought it was a good song. The video, it was cool. I don't know if you guys have seen those meme edits where they just start playing what's that song? Call Me Maybe. Isn't it Carly Rae Jepsen? You guys know the song. Okay, seems he's also reposting a Kanye place from Saturday Night Live. Yeah, they did a skit and they had a Childish Gambino or Donald Glover, if you're a hipster. He was one of the special guests. And yeah, they did a skit where they're just reading Kanye West tweets, which I'm doing right now, ironically. He has laughing emojis, more fire emojis on this one, so that's good. He can I think that shows that he can take a joke, you know what I mean? He's not taking himself so seriously where he can't laugh if someone's making fun of him. Okay, what the okay. this tweet. Okay, I haven't read the entire thing, but just off the first words, it's pretty funny. Okay, this one is May 6th, and it says, we're starting A Yeezy architecture arm called Yeezy Home. Okay, Yeezy Home by itself sounds funny. That's where I started laughing. We're looking for architects and industrial designers who want to make the world better. You know, good cause. Make the world better. It's pretty broad. Hard to argue with that. But the term Yeezy Home, that's... wow. Maybe have, I don't know, a Yeezy Hotel, Yeezy Mansion. All right, moving on. This tweet, also pretty good. Got a lot of likes and retweets. He just says, naps are awesome. Okay. Yeah, this one was a little weird. May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. He tweets, all music coming out of Yeezy Sound has to ride like the new Tesla. Yeezy Sound is Tesla radio. I don't own a Tesla, but everyone tells me they're pretty awesome. Or like, that's what I hear. People don't tell me that. People I know, they don't have Teslas. All right. I guess he's showing another picture of another shoe that he plans coming out with. I don't know if this is out already. I imagine it's not. I don't know. Okay, going through. Okay, yeah, here's another tweet. Enjoy the present. Yeah, he seems to like, he's just like really focused on what he's doing right now, in my opinion. Maybe I should preface this whole podcast that like 99% of this is going to be my opinion. Okay. Let's see. All right, some videos. It looks like he's working with like clothing here. This is around May 2nd. Okay, I think we're about to reach the controversial zone. We're getting around like the beginning of May. Is that? Okay, never mind. I thought I saw Ellen. Okay, let's see what else we're looking at. Okay, yeah, the TMZ video. Okay, so that was a video where like a bunch of headlines were saying that Kanye West was saying that slavery was a choice, and a couple of memes sprouted from that. I think that was a wild interview. I feel like, I'm not exactly sure, but I believe those headlines, they're just paraphrasing what he said. He didn't like say word for word, slavery is a choice. I think he was like, that sounded like a choice because slavery was happening for so long, like 400 years. You know, like I said, I don't want to get into the whole like politics and everything about that video. But he also mentioned how like I think he said he had to get liposuction, or well, like he wanted to get liposuction because he didn't want people like making fun of him, like TMZ about Rob and like, you know, weight, fat shaming, which I think is pretty sad. And like, I guess he was getting addicted to opiates or like painkillers or something, some kind of drug. Pretty crazy. Okay, he also, where is it? Oh yeah, okay. Ye versus the People. He's been releasing some music. Oh, okay. I forget. We'll get back to the music because you guys know what I'm going to talk about. Okay, here's another tweet. Stop thinking about things for a long time without saying what you think. You know, that's a good tweet. Did I retweet that? I did retweet that. Okay. Okay, he's talking about that tweet where he was telling people to tell people that they love them. Funny thing, I participated in this event because I was kind of bored and wanted something fun to do, and the responses I received were hilarious. Like, some range from like, "What the heck? Did you mean to send this to somebody else?" Then I also got some responses some from some of my friends where they're like, "Oh, I love you too, bro," or "Thank you," or whatever. That was cool. It's an interesting experiment. I know personally sometimes I'm not very expressive about like those kind of affectionate things with people close to me. And yeah, it was a cool experiment. Let me tell you guys something. It is really weird to be making another podcast again in such a long time. And I'm doing it solo. Like, I could have waited to like get a guest or something, but like it's been a really long time since my first podcast, and I really just wanted to make another one, so I'm just trying to take the initiative. This will probably be like top 5 worst Matttaro podcasts, even though there aren't even 5 podcasts yet. Okay, now we're in April 30th. We have these tweets where it's just like blocks of clay. Like, okay, there's a bunch of photos. Yet again, this is a podcast. I can't show you. I'm pretty sure that's clay. It looks like clay. Like clay, mud. No, that looks like clay to me. Okay. April 30th. Yeezy is also a food, shelter, communication, education, and now a VC. We've invested in 3 companies since last week. Okay. Okay, so personally, I have a concern that... Okay, I'm still recording. I thought I, canceled the audio. Personally, I'm concerned that, Kanye might be spreading himself a little bit thin here. I do know, when he made the shoes, they were, a huge hit. Everyone was trying to get their hands on them. And I'm glad that he's continuing with the shoes. Because personally, I like the first designs. But yeah, something about Easy Home, and then a VC, food, shelter, communication. I just don't know, and he's releasing new music. I don't know how he's gonna be able to handle all of these things going on. I mean, I'm pretty sure he has a team, and he's not doing the groundwork of everything, but even just managing all these things. Okay, and now we have one tweet, some more fire emojis. Kanye seems to be a pretty big fan of the fire emoji. And it's this diagram of the lower half of human anatomy. And he's talking about, I guess, layers and design team. I'm not reading the whole tweet because it's kind of lengthy. But yeah, he says, Yeezy is no longer a fashion company. We should be referred to as We should be referred to as apparel or clothing or simply Yeezy. I don't know. I feel this kind of goes back to the whole stretching yourself thin thing. I feel he is kind of ahead of where he's at. I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily, but I think it's something to acknowledge. Because if I could put an analogy to this, it's like saying, if I was hey man, I'm the best, well, not the, you know what I mean, I don't know how to really word it correctly, but it just feels like he's declaring himself as something more than he is right now. I'm not saying to like not be optimistic, but like, how should I put it? Like, people still see you as a fashion company, like a clothing company. And like, you may not see yourself that way, but the people in your environment do. I'm not saying that you should like conform and, okay, anyways. Here's another tweet with some more clay. 3 fire emojis. It seems to be like 3 blushing smile emojis. Just great energy, bro. And then a dragon emoji. Okay, I'm gonna read this tweet because they seem to like all be connected. They're tweeted separately. And this is April 29th. So he tweets, "We're all kids, or at least we're dying to be kids. Or we're dying because we've lost our inner child. And we're dying to be ourselves." Not sure what to say about that. And I know that's pretty bad because this is a podcast where I do talk about all of that. So I guess he's just, we're all kids. I feel like this is like an English project. Like, okay, today is Sunday. It's like I gave myself an assignment this weekend. Like, literary analysis. That should be a class. Deciphering social media posts from famous celebrities. Or we're dying because we lost our... I guess that's just saying, like, when you're a kid, you just kind of... You're not... Well, I mean, you definitely are, like, peer pressured, like, in middle school, high school, and such. I guess he's mean, like, when you're a toddler, like, when you're 4 or 5, you're just, like, only focused on, like, having fun, and you're just naturally yourself. You haven't developed, like, a different persona or appearance to show to other people. Okay, here's one tweet, April 28th, Kanye West. "Trust your feelings, stop thinking so much." This one has a lot of likes and a lot of retweets. And if you click on it and see the conversation, well, there's some stuff like, "Okay, then I want that MAGA song now. Your music is lit. Buy Bitcoin." That has nothing to do with the original. Yeah, so actually a good amount of people, they're saying, you should think more than trusting your feelings, because feelings are irrational, and like thinking allows you to, you want to think about like how your actions affect people. That's the kind of response I'm saying from people here. Let's see. One person says a balance, and then some people they're saying like, I think feelings as in like trust your gut. I'm like, but then again, like looking at this tweet, you would think that he would say, like trust your gut and stop thinking so much. So I don't know about that. I feel like, yes, you should think, but at least in my experience, and I'm making decisions and such, sometimes like I've done all the thinking that I can, you know what I mean? And like I realize that for certain things, I'm like highly like, if I don't have like any emotional motivation to continue doing it, I won't do it. So I think like it is important to think rationally, and when I make my decisions, I try and combine both. Like if something's just like completely like logically like not sound, then most of the time I won't do it. And this also reminds me of like when I take tests and whatnot. Like sometimes my gut will tell me like on a multiple choice test, I'll say like, okay, my gut is telling me this is the answer, and then I'll change the answer, and then I get the question wrong, and I'm like, I should have trusted my gut. You could argue that's just like hindsight, you know what I mean? Like I think, like I was thinking that my gut was right because it happened to be right. It's not always right. Okay, so here we have one tweet. This is like April 28th. I don't know. It's like one of these screenshots of a text conversation. And let's see. It says Wes, and I believe Kanye West is tweeting this to someone. This is my album cover. This is plastic surgeon Jan Adams, the person who performed my mom's final surgery. Do you have any title ideas? I want to forgive and stop hating. And the response, oh, okay, never mind. I guess this is a response that's a title of a song. I thought like this was just this guy's response. It says, love everyone, and then Kanye is saying, I love that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who Jane Addams is. He seems to be a plastic surgeon who did Kanye West's mom's final surgery. Personally, I don't like the album cover. Like, if this is going to be the album cover, the picture of this, like, random dude. You know, if you look at some of the previous album covers on Kanye West's work, like, I like the one where it was, oh, geez, fake fan, here comes all the comments. It's the one where, like, it's like that cartoon bear, and there's, like, all these, like, popping colors and stuff in the back. I thought that was a cool design. And then in one of his more recent ones, where he has, like, that CD and the red tape next to it, you guys know what I'm talking about. This is kind of for me. I don't like it. It's more than I don't like it. All right. Some more fire emojis. Here's a selfie with Kanye and John Legend. There's that one tweet he made where I guess like John Legend was trying to talk Kanye like out of some of the decisions he was making, you know, or like asking if he's all right and whatnot. And then, oh yeah, that's when, okay, let me see if I can find the specific tweet. I'm scrolling down now, and there's a bunch of architecture pictures. Okay. The tweet, yeah, okay, I'm getting to it soon. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me read this iconic tweet. I won't read the whole thing because I don't want to take up too much time. Okay, so I guess Kanye was having a text conversation with John Legend. And this was after Kanye had posted that photo with the Make America Great Again hat. Okay, let's see. Let's see if is there a text message before that? Okay, there is. Okay, is this the one? Let me see if this has more likes. 37, 23. Okay, I believe this is the one. All right. So I guess from an earlier message, Kanye's like, yo, thank you so much, brother. But here's John Legend's tweet. Hey, it's JL. I hope you'll reconsider aligning yourself with Trump. You're way too powerful and influential to endorse who he is and what he stands for. As you know, what you say really means something to your fans. They are loyal to you and respect your opinion. So many people who love you feel so betrayed right now because they know the harm that Trump's policies cause, especially to people of color. Don't let this be part of your legacy. You're the greatest artist of our generation. Okay. And Kanye's response to this was, I love you, John, and I appreciate your thoughts. You bringing up my fans or my legacy is a tactic based on fear used to manipulate my free thought. Like, on paper, it sounds pretty funny. And, yeah, there's a lot of controversy about the fact that Kanye screenshotted this because he was like, okay, now like Trump fans are like not necessarily like fans of Trump, but like, how should I put this? Like far like outrageous right wing people. They're gonna be like harassing John Legend on his Twitter and stuff. And the counter argument to that was like, well, John Legend, he's like already voiced his opinions on Trump, so like people already know that, you know what I mean? Like this isn't adding much more fuel to the fire. At least that's what I've heard. Or whatever. And but yeah. A tactic based on fear to manipulate my free thought. That was a pretty iconic response. Personally, like, I would, if I was Kanye and I had received this tweet, I wouldn't screenshot it and post it on social media. That's just because, like, I mean, only if I had, like, John Legend's explicit, like, permission or consent to do so. You know what I mean? Because, like, sometimes you'll be talking to your friends thinking that something is, like, private or, like, you, what's the word? Like, imply that it's private or it's, like, implicated. And then there can sometimes be confusion. You know, the one friend thinks, like, oh, I thought I could talk about this with anyone, but, like, that's not the case. And it doesn't hurt to ask, you know. It's better to ask. Excuse me. It's better to ask than to be sorry about it. And there's a tweet where Kanye West says, "My MAGA hat is signed, fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji." And then Donald Trump, he basically like retweets it and comments, "MAGA!" exclamation mark. Let me see if I can find what is it? There's one tweet where like Trump, he's just like, "Very cool, Kanye." Okay, here we go. "Thank you, Kanye. Very cool." Now, on paper, like I said, I'm not going to get into the politics of this. I can't even, I mean, on paper, because he's like, Kanye, he's posting a picture of Donald Trump, like retweeting saying, "Thank you, Kanye. Very cool." Like, on paper, having a president thank you and say something you did was pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Like, imagine if you made a tweet and then Obama retweets it saying, "Thank you, person. Very cool." It's just that the fact that Donald Trump, he doesn't have a really high, what's the word? Approval rate. It's not very good. Okay, now we have some tweets. I believe this is his like house. "Do this look like the sunken place?" One is a picture with a fire emoji. Another picture, more tweets on the sunken place. Yeah, that used to be a meme because like people are like, Kanye, he's getting way too out of control. And yeah, if you follow Kanye, you know that he's always out of control. Like, even though I was surprised by what was going on, like after you kind of take a second and think of all the like his track record of things he has done, which is like crazy or outrageous, then yeah, some people they were not surprised. But yeah, there's this whole sunken meme going on. It's pretty funny. Okay, but yeah, back to the music, which I said I was going to talk about later. Yeah, so first, Kanye, you know, he's been like hyping up his upcoming album or EP or whatever, like these tracks he's going to be coming out with. And he gives us this like, I'm not sure if it's the whole song or just a snippet of the whole song, but it's about like 2 minutes long, I think. Let me see. Let me pull it up. You can find this on YouTube, or I believe it's still on KanyeWest.com. Okay. Yeah, so the song is called "Lift Yourself" by Kanye. And he said, how long is it? Yeah, the song's 2 minutes. Okay, and yeah, people made a bunch of reaction videos, because on the end of the song, I won't ruin it for you, but I'll just say, "Poopity scoop, scoopity whoop." You probably already heard it by now. given how long uh how long all of this stuff has happened. Yeah, this was released like 3 weeks ago. And then he releases a song where it's called, I believe, Ye versus the World. Let me see. Ye versus the... And I believe T.I. features on this song. And, okay, Ye versus the People. Yeah, starring T.I. as the People. So yeah, this song, this is... I would consider this a more serious song. Kanye, he kind of like addresses all the recent crazy things that's been going on, and he voices like his thoughts, his opinions, his side of the argument. And then he has T.I. feature as the people, which is us. And I guess how Kanye, well, maybe not necessarily how because I don't know how this was produced, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if Kanye was like, okay, T.I., you have to say this, because then, like, in that regard, it would feel more like this is Kanye, like, Kanye gets to express his perception, and then Kanye gets to express his perception of the people's perception about him, you know what I mean? And I feel like the song would be more, like, real, like, if, well, yet again, like, I don't know the production, but it would feel more real if T.I. got to, like, just, see all these tweets and replies about Kanye, and he just gets to, like, kind of make his own bars, you know what I mean? And, like, speak up for the people, you know what I mean? Without having it be biased by Kanye West's perspective of the people. Okay, looks like we're in the 32-minute mark here, and yeah, we pretty much dove through the big tweets, the tweets I wanted to cover. Let's see. A lot more fire emojis. So many fire emojis. Yeah, there's a whole meme about the whole dragon energy thing and how Trump has dragon energy. Some more pictures of shoes. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, okay, now we're at the almost 33-minute mark. So yeah, thank you guys. I guess we'll wrap up the show here. Thank you guys for listening to the second episode of the Matttaro podcast. Sorry if it's a little weird or a little boring. This episode was very, like, we kind of winged it. Well, I winged it. I don't have any guests, so that's another thing too. I kind of have to, like, come on the spot, But yeah, okay, that's enough rambling. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.